20 episodes of Vincenzo. Shout out to you, my brother.
You're
Before
welcome.
we go into this, hey man, I watched 20 episodes of an hour and a half episodes, dude, of a Korean drama, and
And
it
it
was
was one of the best shows you've ever
fantastic.
seen. It was.
Oh my god, it was so good, dude. You know what? I look. We'll go into. You know what I loved about that show the most? I always try to like catch my wife up about what you know what I mean. Like when I would watch it, because she
Hmm.
wasn't watching. She's like, I'm not watching that. It's like every character mattered, right? Like it was there. They very rarely had a character show up that was just like a throwaway,
Right.
right? Like yeah, you had the little like side lawyers or whatever that worked for like the firm,
Hmm.
but like not you know what I'm saying, like the none of the real, even like the guy who did the imitations, which by the way made me want to watch Parasite because I haven't seen Parasite yet. It's like
Uh-huh.
I want to get these references. You know what I mean, dude? That show was so good, bro. Like that, and look, I'm glad. I don't want. I'm not gonna spoil it because I'm sure there's gonna be somebody. You know what I mean? I recommend it. I recommend it to everybody I talk to or that listens to this pod. What I loved about that is that the bad people got what they
What they had
deserved.
coming to them. Yeah,
Yes, like
for sure.
I would have hated if it was like some weak ass, you know what I mean? Like gunshot to the head. Like I would have hated that. I was like,
Yeah.
that's so unfulfilling. You know what I mean? Because they were so terrible. Dude, it was such a good show. I should have watched it 2 years ago when you first recommended it, but it is what it is.
Was it like last year, I think, or earlier this year? I believe earlier this year when I saw
Uh
it, because
early
I
yeah, or
think it
you
just
watched
came
it.
out in Korea, and then after it played in Korea last year or this year, then they put it on Netflix, and it's like
That
the
must have like
fourth highest rated show in Korean history, I think.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, like that must have been on like every like a 1 day a week, right? Like it was one that had to be like a week to week thing.
I
That
think
couldn't
it
have
was
been like a
Saturdays and
binge.
Sundays. I think it was Saturdays
That's
and
insane.
Sundays. Yeah,
Oh my god,
it can't
dude,
be every
that
day.
that took me out. That can't, it's impossible, dude.
Yeah.
That was such a soap opera, bro. That was such a novela. It was fantastic.
But that's what I love about the
Fan,
Korean dramas. Before we like they're like novelas, right? They're not like American soap operas that have been going on since the 50s and 70s and whatever, right?
yeah.
Whatever these, I don't even know the names. The only one I General Hospital, but I don't know how
General
that's probably been
Hospital, yeah,
going on for 30, 40, 50 years. No.
yeah, maybe more.
Yeah, novelas are like you have that one season and
Yep.
it's done and you get your story.
Yes.
Maybe you get closure, maybe it's like an open-ended, ending or whatever, but like it's done. That's
Yep.
not going on
Hmm.
for another 50 years.
None.
So that's what I
Nothing.
liked about
Dude,
Korean dramas. I loved it when I was stationed over
I
there.
remember
Great TV.
I remember a novela that I watched with my grandma back when I lived in Panama. It came on Wednesday nights at like 9. It was Cañaveral de Pasiones, bro. Like
Bro, like
Spanish soap, bro.
Marimar
Like
with
dang.
Talia.
Oh,
That's
Mari
it.
Mud, hell
It's
yeah,
done.
bro. Maria, bro, Maria del Barrio. Come on, son. Don't get me started out here, boy.
Oh,